There you go.
All right, perfect. Okay, you got the admit button.
I sure do.
Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody. It has been a wild one over here at the Matchett House. So just we actually had some tornadoes around the area, so I got to had some difficulty doing some things I had to do today, but it's okay. I guess the Lord's decided I needed a break this afternoon. So we're going to go over. There's some things that some people are having some issues with, just from my own students that I've seen, and some people have been commenting on it. So we are going to go into our sites today and show the difference between a post and a page in your website. So this is my website. I was actually transferring some pages. I use my site for my own template. So when I get a new student and they need to copy a page, I use my site. That's the one advantage of when your site's complete and Roy says make a page. We usually get it made sometimes before Roy. I'm confident enough in my website that I can let my students come to my site and copy anything. And you should be to that point, or get to that point, to where you can send anybody to your site and be comfortable with what they find there. So one of the things that a lot of people are having issues with is learning the difference between their post pages and their actual pages in their system. So we're going to go over that as soon as I get my site up. Come on. Does it not want to work? There we go. So I'm going to log in. And this is our dashboard. So from your dashboard, if you ever want to modify your home page, yes.
You're not sharing, screen sharing, dear.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. I knew there was something I was missing. Share screen. Now, can you see?
Yes, beautiful.
There we go. Perfect. All right. So this is my dashboard. If you want to see my site, I'm gonna visit my site, and I use like I said, use my site for all of my students. I send them here if they want to copy a page. For, whenever we get new things out, I'm always one of the ones that create pages. I'm always creating stuff, putting them in draft, or just publishing them. So this is your home site. So whenever you come to your website, you have your menu over here, and you have this little button that's called home. Now, our home page is a link all to itself. It's actually a custom link. It's not a page, it's a post. So it's a whole different animal from what we normally use. The rest of our site is made up of pages. So a lot of people, they'll go in and there's like, oh, I'm going to create a page, and then they can't find it. And it's because they come up here and they click new. Unfortunately, when you click new, the first thing that pops up is a post. And a post goes on your home page in reverse chronological order. And you're going, what does that mean? Those are big words. So that means that whatever you put last goes first on your page. So your last page that you create will be first. So you want to make sure that whenever you are creating pages, that you actually come here and click page, so that it can be indexed within your pages. You can move them around between categories. You can leave them floating. They won't appear on your actual site unless you search for them. The difference between a home page or a home post is it shows up on your home. They are not interchangeable. They're not movable. They cannot float. They will be on your home page, visible when anybody visits your home page. So how do you find your pages then? So when you come to your home page and you want to edit it, and you're going to be in admin, your home page edit button is at the bottom of each page. So even though they are separate individual pages, they run in consecutive order on your home page. So here's your edit button that will edit this page only. Okay, then you have another page. There's some of you that don't have but one page on your home page. Google doesn't like that. They want at least 2 as a minimum. I say you don't need more than 5 as a minimum. You can't interchange them. So that's one of the things you only want on your homepage, those items that you want to be most relevant, that you want quick eyes on. So that's why you want to have your welcome page there, which is what I have as my welcome page. And that's usually going to be your longest one because I always add to this just a little snippet here and there whenever I get a new product that sends them to an internal page so they can go and look at it. So that's one of the things that you want to make sure that you're doing. So you're like, well, how do I find it? When you go to your dashboard, we all work from down on our menu screen. But when you go to your dashboard, you actually have everything at your fingertips. Some of you just have your icons here. I actually like to see what I'm looking at. So when you come to your dashboard, you have post, which is this little pin, and you go to all post. In your all posts is where you have all of those images or those pages that you created as posts, which is your home page. Now, say like you want your thank you page to be your first page always, no matter what you create afterwards, you want that thank you page to be your first page. There's a way you can do that. It's called making your page a sticky. And what you do is you come to your quick edit, and you want to do it to whatever relevant page you want to always be first. So that means whatever page that you choose, when you put in your URL, that page will represent your website. So like when I put in 5e95.com, it comes up with thank you for visiting my site. So that's what I've chosen as the sticky. So if you have one that you want to use like your biohacking, you actually created a post instead of a page, and you want that to represent your site, then you make that your sticky note or your sticky page. And the way you do that is you're going to come to your quick edit, and you're going to see this, this toolbar just for this page. It's going to tell you what page you're doing. It's going to give you your slug. And then over on the right-hand side, right beside the word publish, you're going to have this thing this little message that says, make this post sticky. If you check that, then that means that no matter what pages you create as a post, this one will always be first. Everything else will fall underneath it, still in reverse chronological order. You can only have one. So don't come in and say, well, I want 2 pages to be sticky. You can't have 2 number ones. You can only have one. So, and you don't want to change them out. So you want to make sure whatever you make as a sticky, you keep it. Not saying that you can't change them out, but again, that's just like you going to Walmart for a year and you come back and they've changed their whole front end and it's no longer Walmart, it's something else. They're going to be like, okay, what happened? Is this the same site that I've always been to? So that's one of the things you want to make sure that you are aware of, is that when you are posting, that your site is actually a store. And that store is going to create a reputation, and you want to make sure that it's always visible, that it's the same, and then you're just adding, ambiance to it, which is your pages and your post. So once you go in there, and then you're just going to come here and you can edit from here, you can update it, you can do just about anything straight from this quick edit, and then you can update. So then from here, you can't move them around. So just remember, the only way you can move them around is to change your actual date. That will move them up and down in your home page. I don't suggest you change your date for the simple fact that it looks to Google when you do that, when they do the algorithms, like you created a page, but then they go and look at your advertising and you've advertised the same page 2 years prior, but yet all of a sudden your date changed. So that kind of raises a red flag to them. So if you're always manipulating your dates on your pages, then you have an ad sitting out there that's 2 years old, and then you have another ad that's sitting out there that's a year old. It's the same page, but because of the dates, the algorithm sticks it out there. So it looks like you got 2 different pages with the same name, but the dates is what's controlling it. So sometimes when you go to Google and you get that message that, your plagiarism is there, you might have changed your dates. So it looks like you got 2 different ads of the same thing out there. I told you I do research. These are one of the things I researched. Was I had somebody ask me look at their page, and we used the plagiarism, and it was showing their own site duplicating. So I've been researching that today And that's what I came back with, is that sometimes if you change your date, even by a minute or 2 minutes, and republish that page, then on Google, you actually have two of the same page, even though it's the same page, but that date is what's controlling the page. So try not to change or manipulate your date unless it's your very first time that you have it out there. Okay, so we're going to go in and show you when you come to your site and you visit your site. When you come to your home page and you scroll down and you only have one title, you need to have another one. You need to add another one. Google likes to have at least two. If you only have one and you're not getting approved by Google and you think everything's okay, look at your home site and make sure that you have at least two. You don't want to have wine blatantly displayed on your home page. You don't want to have anything with firearms or anything that can be construed as a weapon or can be harmful to people. You don't want anything that can underage children can see, and because your site's still clickable. So you want to make sure that it's presented that anybody of any age group, ethnicity can come here and it's not going to be offensive. That doesn't mean you can't have a wine picture on here. You just don't want it to be a big blow up wine picture. You can still allude to you have a wine club, you know, have your small picture in there, but you don't want to have people, you know, drinking wine. I have this one on there, but it's talking about health. It's a wine glass, but the information is strictly dealing with health. So, you know, there's different things that you can look at, go through. I have little snippets of everything. This is where they can connect with me personally. On my Facebook, I want to give people every option they can get. I have internal links and external links to different things that's in my site. Here's a little snippet for a Beard a Month Club. It's just thrown in there. It's not really anything that they can really see. So I even have, you know, some information on the coffee. So my homepage is really long, my introduction. Then Google throws some things in here about different things that like I said, I've been researching, and it goes by your algorithms, whether it be yours or whatever, anybody that comes on their site, they've been searching. That's what your algorithm pulls up for your Google searches. So then I come down to my next page, which is Make Money Fast. So this is my second page in my list of categories on my home page. So this is page number 2. And it talks about, I can't wait till Roy gets some of the stuff that he's getting ready to release so I can switch these out and put our stuff in there. And it's just talking about different programs that we have or that I have access to through some affiliate programs, some different things that's in there. Google's got their ads in there based on this information because that's the way I've set it up. And then I have number 3, which is rapid weight loss. I had this on there before we had Valentis, before we had biohacking or a Bellavita product. So it's another product that I have that I market. And it's right here. Talk about that, you know. So I have 3 pages and it ends. And then I have my Google Docs or Google Ads that are showing up down at the end because I have them scheduled there. So if I wanted to come back in and add another page, it's very simple to do. So I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to do a post. Okay. And it's going to look just like a page. And if you're not sure whether or not you have done it correctly, I don't know why my site's so slow. Let's see. Now we got those people in the waiting room. Yep, there they go. So one of the ways that you can determine whether or not you open up the right category is look up here in your address bar. Look at the URL. If this says post, then you are creating a page for your home page. If this says page, then you are creating a page for your content. So always look at your address bar to verify if you have created a homepage post or if you actually created a page. And then you do the same thing that you did before, is you're just going to create the page. And I'm going to do general health, concerns, and issues. Okay. And that's going to be my topic. And you know, when I go in and create this page, I'm going to do just like I do any other page. I'm going to do my introduction, how I'm going to talk, what I want to talk about. And then I'm going to talk about health, heart health. And then I probably will talk about sleep concerns. I will talk about obesity. And then I will talk about men's health. And this is how I write all my pages, is I create a general outline of what I want to talk about. I don't really, you know, and since this is going to be on my home page, I'm not really going to worry about external links. This is all mostly going to be internal. I'll probably put one external link that's going to go directly to my my program or my affiliate, but for the most part, they're going to be internal. So my key phrase, I use Jaxie. So we're going to go to my websites, pull up my Jaxie. And I'm going to type in health concerns. Just see if that's a good key phrase. See what we got. All right, so health concerns is fairly poor. There's a lot of competition with very few traffic that's coming in. You got health concerns about obesity. So once it starts being more general, more specific, then it goes up. Health concerns for baby boomers. That's a good one for my age group because we were considered the baby boomers. Supplements, female health concerns. So I can actually put that in there because I have men's health concerns. So I can actually put female. Now what am I going to do is look for a different key phrase. General concerns and issues. So let's see what else they have in here. Okay, so men's concerns. So I want something, let's see, what's this one? Here's a good one, healthcare concerns. Okay, so how do I want to talk about that? Do I want to talk about insurance? Do I want to talk about just health care as in care, or health care as is insurance? So there's a play on words, and I think I'm going to use that. Here's another one that says health concern. Again, that's poor. Mental health concern. I can actually use that and do. So let's find the one I wanted to do. Healthcare concerns. So I'm just going to put this. And I'm going to put my key phrase. And this is the other thing you want to be very cautious of, is when you are creating a page and doing your key phrases. If you put any kind of capitalization in your key phrase, it has to match exactly that. So when you go and actually be typing in your page and you come up and it tells you that your key phrase doesn't match, go look and see if you have this your key phrase in caps, or if it has a capitalization. If it has a capitalization, then it has to have a capitalization whenever you use it. If you use lowercase, then you can use capitalization and it's not going to affect that information. So the other thing I want to go ahead and change is I want to go ahead and do my analysis right here. I want to go ahead and do my meta description so I can basically get an idea of what I'm going to talk about. And you always want to add your focus key phrase. All right, how can you stay healthy? Okay. All right, so again, now I have that, and I'm just going to hit save as a draft because, like I said, with our weather that's going, I don't want to lose anything. So then I'm just going to start with my introduction. And I'm going to talk about our general health concerns. And I already know that I'm going to get an orange dot, maybe red, because I'm not going to start with health concerns, or I might. Let's see. And sometimes I reiterate what I put in my meta description. I might just change it a little bit. This is me. I believe I spelled that in the first time. I can't believe it. All right, so that's basically what I'm going to talk about. So that's giving me some ideas of where I want to go. And then I'm going to use this as a header. So I'm just going to come up here and change this from a paragraph to a header. Same thing with sleep concerns, but I might actually put obesity after heart health, because I want to try to blend it together, talk about heart health, obesity, and then show how these two can contribute to lack of sleep and sleep issues. So, and it's because I've already done some research on this. I already have quite a few pages on sleep and health issues. And then I'm going to talk about men's health. So from my sleep issues, I can go into, you know, how sleep actually affects your relationships, how it can affect men's health, how it can affect women's with irritability and things, and all the other stuff that we have. So I can basically tie these two with this sleep. All of it can be tied to Zleem. So my first part is going to be tied to my wine. The second part can be tied to Zleem. Obesity can be tied to Zleem and Valentis. So I already have my platform and my roadmap of how my page is going to look. It's already in my head. I know what it's going to be about. And then I always have a conclusion, or you can do a summary, however you want to do it. And again, this is going to be a headline. And I don't worry about prettying up. I don't worry about links. I already know what I want to talk about. So my content is the key. I was actually watching a presentation earlier today, and it was talking about how you have to define yourself, how you have to have a voice with your content. And not one time did they talk about images, talk about links. They say people are going to follow you based on your content, what you write, how you write it. They're going to identify with you. They're not, your pictures there to get them interested, but you keep them interested by what you say and how you say it. I've had people tell me when they read some of my pages, they're pointing out all the periods I missed, or I run on sentences. You don't want to be perfect. People as a whole, this is just psychology, don't relate to perfectionism. There's some people that do. You will attract those, but for the majority, they want to see you make a mistake. They want to see that one period out of place. They want to see that one comma too many. They want to see that run-on sentence. They want to see you forgot to put punctuation, punctuation, however you say that word, capitalization. You know, they want to see that you are just like they are, but just maybe a step above, because you have something that they're looking for. So that's where you want to relate to them. don't make everything so perfect. Don't feel like you have to keep adding stuff. I call it diarrhea of the mouth. I tell my students, some of them, they do have diarrhea of the mouth. You don't. You get to a stopping point. Your job is to gain interest and keep it to the point to where they feel this is what they need to make their life better. You don't have to, it's in the car sales business. You know, I was in the car business for a long time. And that's one of the things the car salesman always said. You talk to them till they feel they need it, and then you stop. You don't get them in the car and then go and take them right out of the passenger side because you've talked too much. You talked them right out of it. So you want to get to the point to where this is the product that they need now, and stop. If you feel like, oh, I just need to add this one more thing, or I need to have this, then start a new page along that idea. If your page, my pages usually run between 12 to 2,000 words. That's it. If I get more than that, it's too long, because I know me, I'm not going to read that long. Most people, 800 to 1,000 words is about their limit, unless you have pictures that's going to gain their interest or the topic changes conversation to keep them going. So this is going to be my topic in my page, and I'm going to show you how this shows up. I'm going to go ahead and I'll publish this so you can see it, how it works, and I'll come back and finish. And I'll show you how to get your links. So we can talk about heart health. I can go ahead and put something in here, just some little tidbits. And again, you want to make sure that you use your key phrase in your paragraphs or in your content. All right, so there's that. So I'm going to have just a little snippet here, and okay. And so right here, I'm going to put, and I always like to use whole phrases or lines. And I'm going to do my link, and I'm going to type in heart health. And let's see. Got it here somewhere. Maybe I didn't use heart. Oh, I know what I used. Never mind. So I'm going to use wine. And let's see what I got wine on here. think it was here under wine opportunity. That's where I used it. So there's that link. And then same thing with obesity. I'm going to talk a little bit about obesity. Okay, and throw a little humor. I have dry humor. Everybody tells me that. I can't get the punchline of a joke until like 5 days later, but you know, that's just the way it is. So here's, you know, put things in there. Put a little one-liner. I always say be an Arnold Schwarzenegger. He always has that perfect one-liner, and that's what he's good for every movie. So be your Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I'm using some of my nursing background in this just from general knowledge. I'm pulling up old school stuff. So, and even research on a lot of our products has a lot of good health issues in there. If you just go and research their sites, you can find some good information in there. Okay, again, I can go right to 2 different ways. So this is one of those places that I'm saying all you need is just a snap. So I'm actually going to put my Velveeta direct link there. So I'm going to pull up my information. I'm going to go to my Google Drive, get my ad templates. I think that's where I have it. And I'm going to pull up my nootropics. And these are my ad templates. My ad templates has all of my links. It has all of my website information. So when I'm actually advertising, I don't have to pull up my site to find anything. It's all right here in my templates. So I'm going to go to our products, and I'm just going to grab this link. And I'm going to copy it. Where did it go? And I'm going to go back to my page I'm doing, and I'm going to put this direct link in here. And I'm going to make sure this one opens in a new tab. So that's my direct link. So then here for obesity, I actually have a page that talks about obesity. So again, I'm going to come here and I'm going to put an internal link. Internal link. And I'm going to talk about weight loss. And I have several pages on that. Here's weight loss coffee, best weight loss drinks, the business. I don't want to talk about the business. I'm going to talk about the weight loss coffee. Here, achieve healthy weight loss. There we go. Put that one in there. So we have that, and then I'm going to save my draft. Okay, so just from that one little draft and the information that I have, so I can come here and talk about my sleep concerns. Oh, reversed GN. All right, now say have a gander at this page. And again, I'm going to come here and I'm going to put an internal link about sleep. If I spell sleep. All right, sleep in your body, sleep in health. So I got quite a few things about sleep. So I'm going to put sleep in your health because that's what I'm talking about is health. And there's that, and I'm going to save it. So because I am creating this page as a post that's going on my home page, I'm going to go ahead and publish it because I have some things in here. And you can see I haven't even added a picture. I'm already green and green, which is our optimal thing we want to do. And then if I want to come here and see exactly what I need more subheadings. I don't have my key phrase in the subheadings. I told you I was going to get this because it's not exact. And I don't have any pictures. But if I wanted to publish this, which I'm going to, it's still approved by Google because I'm green and green. I can go here to my readability, same thing. My flesh score is amazing. I always tell people you want to have your flesh score at least to be 60 or higher. That means it's easy to read. You have short, concise sentences. Your paragraphs are not too long. So you want to make sure this flesh score is really high. The higher, the better. If it's too low, that's fine, as long as your overall is green and green. Usually if you have this flesh score pretty high, then your passive and all your other things that we always have issues with usually fall into place. So then I'm just going to publish this. And then I'm going to let you see how it appears when you go to your site. So I'm going to hit, okay, that's that. And then I'm going to preview my page. And I always want to preview it in a new tab. I don't want to go over my existing page because I'm working on it. It's still a work in progress. So then we're going to see how it looks on our site. And I can get rid of some of this other stuff right here since I'm done with it. Okay, so here's my site. This is the way it looks. But if I come to my home page and say, I just want to see what it looks on my home page, then you're going to scroll down. This is my sticky. Remember, I have this as my sticky. So no matter what page I create, this is always going to be first. Okay, so then when I come down and scroll down, then my next page, as soon as I get past this, is the one I just created. So after my sticky, your new page will push down all of your other pages that you have there so that it is your next page because it is the newest. So as a post on your home page, anytime you do that, if you don't have a sticky, it's going to push down all the other existing pages that's there and it's going to be first. So even if you have a sticky, which is your page that you want is most prevalent, you want it to represent your site as a whole, that's the one that's going to show up. And then any page you create as a post to show on your home page will fall up underneath it in reverse chronological order, which means, again, the last thing you create will be the first thing that shows up. So again, the difference between a post and a page is where it appears. A post will be on your home page. It is not interchangeable. You can't move it. It cannot be switched into categories. A page can. A page, you can move it around. You still can't interchange pages and posts. So you can't say, well, I got that on a page and I want to put it on a post. You can't interchange it and move it. You actually have to copy it and paste it into a post on your homepage. You can't have two of the same page in your site. So if you have it on a page and a post and it's identical, Google calls that scraping material, even though it's your own words. You can't have it. You can't have duplicate pages even in your own site. So that's one of the things you need to be very cautious of. So I hope that helped clear up some issues about the difference between posts and pages and where to find them and how to work them. That's all I have, Niall.